The Calgary Stampeders are 8-point underdogs on Friday night when they host the Toronto Argonauts at McMahon Stadium. The Stamps are coming off back-to-back losses against East Division opponents and are 0-3 at home to start the year. Can the Stamps cover or even potentially win against the undefeated Argos?
Whew, man, it is an ideal spot. And really, in a bunch of other scenarios here, I would be taking the Stampeders as major home dogs. But this Toronto Argonauts team is so laser focused on what they're doing. They don't turn the football over. They take it away at the best rate in the CFL right now. And I just don't trust Jake Maier to even be able to keep it close, to be quite honest. He couldn't get a win on the road in Montreal that, in my opinion, was a must-win situation for Calgary. I still think there's a way that they can get into the playoffs because the Rough Riders aren't that good at quarterback in their own right now with Mason Fine and Jake Dolegala, but I'll take Swag Kelly, AJ Ouellette, Tavares Daniels, Sean Oakman, Flo Ormalade, Jordan Williams, Royce Mechie, all these guys to put it on the Stamps in Calgary.
I'm going to take the Argos to win. I think they absolutely go to 7-0, but I am taking the Stampeders to cover in this one. And maybe I'm just thinking back to last year when the Stampeders embarrassed Toronto at McMahon Stadium. I think that game was 29-2, which happened also shockingly late in the year. Like the Argos won the Grey Cup 6-7 weeks later after getting their butts absolutely whipped in Cowtown. But I am going to take the Stamps to cover here. The Stampeders are 2-5. They've got a murderer's row coming up. They've got Toronto, I believe it's twice, Winnipeg once, and BC once before Labor Day. Now, I'm going to go out on a wild limb here and suggest that the Stampeders are going to beat the Edmonton Elks on Labor Day. I know, shocking, bold prediction. But up until that point, they need to get a couple of wins here. Yes, the Riders are struggling at third place, but I think the Calgary realizes that they need to make some hay, even with the tough going for the next month. They can't just rely on that back-to-back with Edmonton to pick up some W's and pick up some momentum. So I think they're going to keep it close. The coaching staffs in Toronto and Calgary are almost one and the same with how many people have been in both places. You know, Ryan Dinwiddie, guys like Corey Mace, guys like Pete Costanza, so many, not just coaches, players as well in Toronto were in Calgary. These teams know each other very well. They know each other's schemes very well. I think that helps keep it close, even if the Argos keep rolling in the win column.